So Elon Musk and SpaceX AI have released the long-awaited Grok 4.6, and this large language model is by far one of the most anticipated because it has been a long time coming for XAI in terms of the kind of models that we were expecting them to release. And Elon has consistently said that he is setting high expectations. And so most people were wondering, will those expectations deliver? And in today's video, you're about to see that they have. So Grok 4.6, where are we? How is it? And is it up to scratch? Well, genuinely, this is a surprising model. XAI or SpaceX AI, whatever you want to call them, have been moving at a rapid pace, much faster than the competitors. And at this current trajectory, I'll say that I wouldn't be surprised if they do eventually become a frontier lab. Grok 4.6 high across many of the top tier benchmarks seems to be basically Fable level for around 80% less of the cost. And I know that does sound crazy, but if these benchmarks are true and not benchmarks, then this could be a truly revolutionary large language model. Now, you do have to remember that the only way that this would be possible is the fact that they've used all of that data that they've gained from Cursor to be able to make their models so much better at coding. Now, we can see evidence of this in the artificial analysis index. Now, of course, if you want to look at a quick overview, we can see the artificial analysis index. Now, essentially, this is essentially where you look at the index and you combine all the scores. Grok 4.6 actually comes in at number 2. Now, I will say I am a little bit skeptical of this because the last time I looked at a large language model and essentially just did the benchmark stuff, I was unpleasantly surprised after testing the model very thoroughly, which is why later on in this video, I'll be talking to you guys about how the model actually performs outside of the benchmarks. But currently, across the board in terms of benchmarks, this is basically just behind Fable level, which would mean that this is a top 3 large language model, putting SpaceX AI firmly in the race. And that goes to say a lot because previously people were looking at Google and maybe even Meta many years ago. And now it seems like in the race currently with AI, it is SpaceX AI, OpenAI, and simply Anthropic all gunning for the leadership position. Now, of course, you've got the GDP val here. Now, I actually do like this benchmark because this benchmark is essentially economic tasks that people would actually be doing. And currently, this model seems to be excelling there. Now, once again, it's not by a huge margin. So maybe it's not some revolutionary change, but it is enough to point out that it is a bit better than GPT 5.6. So once again, if we look at Cursor Bench 3.2, we can see that it is just behind Fable 5. And even if this is a benchmark score, I would expect Grok 4.6 eventually to become the world's leading large language model, especially when it comes to coding, due to the position that they have within the coding industry with all the programs and all of the partnerships that they have. I mean, once you've got, the data, you should be able to eventually develop the model. Now, of course, once again, we can look at Frontier Code 1.1. Once again, we're seeing Grok 4.6 outperform other models in their respective size. And I would say it doesn't really make sense to compare it to Fable 5 Max because it's quite likely that Fable 5 Max is a ridiculously sized model. And the true comparison is comparing it to GPT 5.6 and other models of a comparable size. And once again, if you look at the artificial analysis index, you can see overall where the model actually does lie. And this is truly interesting. Grok 4.6 high truly does make a rapid jump, and it does come over just beneath GPT 5.6. So now, like I said, I've tested a lot of large language models. I do have to say that, I haven't tested GPT 4. Or what I meant to say was Grok 4.6 high. So I don't know if this is benchmarked yet, but it does have a possibility to be genuinely good because of all the training data surrounding the model. Remember, they do have X data, all of the users, they do have Cursor and all of that data there. So they really are in a very good position. Now, I wanted to look at some other benchmarks because, of course, as you guys know, when companies tend to release their own benchmarks, they are often very heavily favored, as in they're going to release the benchmarks that make them look the best. And that's, fair. And so this productivity bench here for Merkle AI, it puts Grok 4.6 beneath MetaMuse Spark 1.1 and beneath Fable 5 and beneath Opus 5. Now, I don't know what anyone says, but Opus 5 is a terrible model. As far as I know, as far as many people that I know that use the model, they would say this model is absolutely terrible. So the fact that this is number 1 on the Apex, agents top 20 leaderboard, I would have to say that this, I don't know, I'm kind of a bit, maybe concerned on the edge about the model in terms of the benchmark because benchmarks don't tell the full story. And so I wanted to look at another benchmark here, and this one is seemingly where Grok 4.6 is topping the benchmark. This is a RuneScape bench where it's number 1, and it's actually at only the 60% of the cost of the previous leader Fable 5, which is also very interesting. So I would say one of the key things that you do have to make, note of here is the cost of the model, because as you do know, the cost of AI does seem to be rising and decreasing at the same time. Yes, it is a paradox, but I would say because the intelligence is increasing, if you get models that are just so much more token efficient, that is something you need to pay attention to, because Grok is something that is much cheaper. Now, what I wanted to do, guys, is I wanted to wait and see how people were actually using the model, because like I said, I could come on here and make the video as soon as it's out, but oftentimes it's really benchmarks results. And I don't blame it, because the way how the AI industry is, if you don't release an AI model that is somehow marginally better than your competitors, you kind of get flamed and the industry doesn't care. So I wanted to look at individuals who are power users who are using the model, what they're actually saying, so then I can understand where the model actually lies. So Timmy here says Grok 4.6 is one of the most oddly behaved models I've seen so far. Sometimes it produces many times the output tokens compared to Terra or any similar intelligence model. It is cheap and fast, but it takes everything extremely serious and always investigates an unclear information. It values completeness above everything, including economics, and the model seems to be designed to be economically viable, but acts differently. Someone else also says they got early access, and they said when you start using it, you'll notice that this is a very fast model. Even on the new reasoning, they said it feels like GPT 5.6 quality and Composer 2.5 speed at the same time, which is a perfect mix, and it double checks and verifies it work way more than GPT or Grok 4.5, which is absolutely amazing. And this is one of the issues that it previously had, and he used it in Grok build, and he said that it is fast, cheap, and effective. And here you can see that they basically did a test where they basically did 2 3D scenes, and they were basically the same in terms of output, and Grok 4.6 cost 38 cents, whereas Opus 5 cost around $2. We all know that Anthropic models are extraordinarily expensive, but you have to start asking yourselves, how long can they maintain that price margin when models like Grok are coming out at this price level? Then, of course, we have the Val's AI Index, and I think this is one of the best ones because it is a private benchmark, and there's no really incentive for them to lie. We can see that this one comes in at number 6, beneath Kimi K3, beneath GPT 5.6 Sol, and beneath Meta Mu Spark 1.2. So maybe for you, this is where it may lie, because this is the kind of task that I think the majority of people are going to be doing. And of course, Elon wouldn't be Elon if he doesn't give us some information about Grok 4.7, which basically says this is going to be ready in a very short amount of time, and it's going to be the best model in the world. Now, I'm not sure if I believe that, considering that benchmarks are going to keep moving within that time frame, but it will be interesting to see how far he does get.